Welcome back to Hashtag That. I'm Erin Christensen.
And I'm Samantha Nunez. From The Last of Us to Coachella, we're back with the latest entertainment news updates.
All that and more, from Hamden to Hollywood, we are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
From Hamden to Hollywood,
we are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
Before we start tonight's main show, we got some exciting news. SPB announced Quavo as the new Wake the Giant artist, replacing NLE Choppa.
Aside from his solo career, Quavo was a part of the hip-hop group Migos that included himself and family members Offset and Takeoff. The trio split after Takeoff's death in 2022. Students are allowed to keep their original ticket and purchase online tickets until 8 p.m. on Sunday if they haven't done so already.
In other news, WWE is making major moves in the wrestling world. During the WrestleMania 41 kickoff show, it was officially announced that WWE has acquired Lucha Libre AAA, one of Mexico's top wrestling promotions. This marks WWE's first full promotion purchase in years and represents a major step in expanding its presence in the Latin American market. WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H said the company plans to take Lucha Libre to another level. The announcement also came with news of a joint premium live event, Worlds Collide, set to take place on June 7th at the Kiem Forum in Los Angeles. Several major luchadores joined the stage for the announcement, including Rey Mysterio, Penta, and Santos Escobar. As WWE continues to grow globally, this acquisition could be a turning point for how it builds international partnerships.
Aerospace company Blue Origin is facing criticism for its flight. Last Monday, founder Jeff Bezos launched a 6-member all-female crew to experience weightlessness and view the Earth. The 11-minute spaceflight has been labeled a publicity stunt and is facing backlash for its costs and alleged high carbon emissions impacting the government. From memes to its open criticism, journalist Gayle King, who was among the crew, was very disappointed with the public's reaction. During a press conference after the flight, King said, quote, "Anybody that's criticizing doesn't really understand what is happening here. We can all speak to the response we're getting from young women, from young girls about what this represents," end quote. Bezos has yet to respond to the latest controversies surrounding the flight.
Moving on, we have some big news from a galaxy far, far away. Darth Maul is getting his own animated series. Maul Shadow Lord was announced during Star Wars Celebration in Tokyo and will premiere on Disney Plus in 2026. The series, revealed during the final moments of a Lucasfilm animation panel, will follow Maul as he trains a new apprentice. Actor Sam Witwer, who voiced the character in the Clone Wars and Rebels, is set to return. Fans at the event were surprised with a teaser trailer, and according to The Hollywood Reporter, quote, "When it became clear that it was a show centered on Maul, fans were sent into a rapturous ecstasy," end quote. The announcement also celebrated 20 years of Lucasfilm animation, with Dave Filoni and Athena Portillo reflecting on the studio's work and legacy. With its darker tone and deep character history, Shadow Lord is expected to give fans a fresh take on the iconic villain.
That wasn't the only news for new series. As if, the 2 iconic words are set to be on screen once again following a new Clueless sequel series development at Peacock. Alicia Silverstone, who played the ditzy Princess Cher, will reprise her role and serve as an executive producer. Josh Schwartz and Stephanie Savage, who created the hit series Gossip Girl in its reboot, are set to write. The series will serve as a follow-up to the classic 1995 film that featured actors Paul Rudd, Stacey Dash, and Brittany Murphy. Since the film's debut, a TV adaptation has aired on ABC and UPN from 1996 to 1999, starring Rachel Blanchard as Cher. And more recently, in 2020, Peacock was set to develop a mystery series surrounding Cher's disappearance and would look through the eyes of her best friend Dion, but eventually was scrapped. More information on the sequel's plot has not been revealed.
Sinner, Sinner, Chicken Dinner. Debuting with a perfect 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, Michael B. Jordan's latest movie has won audiences over. Here to give their review is Frank Lloyd.
What's up, hashtag? I'm Frank, and I'm back with another movie review. This time, I'm going to be talking about the film that's been getting so much attention recently, and that is Ryan Coogler's new film, Sinners. Now, I was really excited for this film going in, mostly because Ryan Coogler has just had an amazing track record. He directed Creed, Black Panther, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and I loved all three of those films. And apparently this was going to be his first truly original film, if you don't count his first film, which was technically inspired by a true story. Now, that said, I was not expecting this movie to get such incredible reception. I kid you not, as of the time I'm recording this, Sinners has become the best reviewed wide release of probably the past decade. So with all that said, I bet a lot of people out there are wondering, does Sinners really live up to that level of hype? Oh yes it does. This is the best movie I have seen all year, and maybe one of the best movies I've seen all decade. It felt like I was watching movie history in the making. Michael B. Jordan is just phenomenal in this film. The character he plays is just so gripping. Every actor, from the recognizable ones like Haley Steinfeld and Michael B. Jordan as mentioned, to the newcomers, everyone is just bringing a top tier performance, making their characters believable and engrossing. And what I love about this film is how it doesn't immediately dive into the horror. It spends the entire first half building up to it, getting you attached to these characters, to this whole community, and then when we get to the horror, it just starts knocking everything down like dominoes, and you're just sitting there horrified as all these characters quickly succumb to this curse now looming over the town. It is just amazing. It's such great build-up and such a great use of emotion. And with that said, the filmmaking in this movie is just the show stealer. There was a one take in the middle of this movie that I feel everyone is going to be talking about, and it's just going to be the main thing this movie is remembered for. And as if that wasn't good enough, the third act of this movie is going down in the history books. It is a powerhouse note to end a movie on. It had my heart just beating out of my chest and felt like the perfect payoff to everything we've just seen. It really just felt like this big, explosive finale, both thematically and on an action level. It was just, you've got to see it to believe it. I really am at a loss for words with this movie because there is so much to talk about, so much to love. I absolutely do think that Sinners is worth the trip to an IMAX theater. It's worth every penny. This is the kind of original movie that's worth supporting and the kind of film that movies were made for. It's the cinematic experience of the year so far. I am going to give Sinners a perfect 10 out of 10. Absolutely must watch. Go see it as soon as you can. Just, yeah, it really is that good. Believe the hype. Anyways, that's all I've got for today. Back to you.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. 2 milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Hey Erin, what in the world is your favorite fish?
A bit random. I guess I like tuna, but what I'm more interested in is what in the world is going on.
Well, we got Jeff Fish over here to answer.
Thanks, guys. In the 2 weeks since I was last sitting here, I went on a long fishing expedition and caught some juicy stories across the globe. 3 anniversaries were celebrated at the 15th Beijing International Film Festival this past week. The 120th anniversary of China's first film, The Battle of Dingjunshan, the 130th anniversary of the first public film showing, and of course, the 15th Beijing International Film Festival. Janet Yang, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences president, gave a keynote speech emphasizing the power of film to bring the world together. Yang also recognized the spread of China's films around the world. Yang said, quote, "In recent years, what gives me great hope is seeing more and more Asian and Asian diaspora storytellers step onto the global stage. They're telling stories about what it's like to live between cultures in their own unique voices," end quote. Not only did the festival celebrate 3 momentous anniversaries, but also the growth of China as an internationally successful film industry. Italian director and screenwriter Alice Rohrwacher has been selected to lead the Camera d'Or jury at the Cannes Film Festival. Rohrwacher and her group will be responsible for selecting the best first feature film shown in the official selections. Emphasizing the importance of this award, Rohrwacher said, quote, "First times are always important, and they stay with us for the rest of our lives, like entering an unfamiliar room, approaching one's beloved for a first kiss, or landing on a foreign shore. There's something golden that halos these moments in our memory. Is that why the most prestigious award for first films is called Camera d'Or?" End quote. Rohrwacher is no stranger to this award, having shown her first feature film, Heavenly Body, at the Directors' Fortnight in 2011. 14 years later, she is head of the jury awarding the honor she competed for. The Malaysia International Film Festival has announced how things will run at its 8th festival, taking place in July. For example, Malaysian actor Brant Palare will be an ambassador for the 6th straight year. Also, the theme for this year is Infinity, highlighting the power of film to bring people together. The festival's president, Joanne Goh, said, quote, "As we reflect on how to best honor storytelling through this meaningful platform, we ask ourselves, how can the Malaysia International Film Festival present stories in the most engaging, critical, and compassionate way? Cinema is a universal language. With our new theme, Infinity, we embrace a deeper sense of hope to stay courageous, open-hearted, and ready to discover stories that move us," end quote. The Malaysia International Film Festival will run from July 19th to July 27th. I just want to say how much Q30 means to me. I've been involved in the station since my first year at this school. For 2 years, I was a cast member on our sketch comedy show, Quinnipiac Tonight. I was also one of the show's head writers throughout this year, but I wasn't involved in #that until this year. At the beginning of the year, I went to the first rundown meeting for #, not knowing what to expect. All I knew was that Michael Katzflin and Joe Flynn were producing, and I wanted to help them out. Little did I know I was going to have a lot of fun here, help out with every show, and get to know a lot of cool people. One of my major regrets about my time here is that I didn't join # sooner. Next year, I'll be pursuing my MBA, but I'll never forget my time at this station and the friends I made throughout that time. I want to thank the producers and the people behind the scenes for being so awesome and for making my experience with this show a great one. And I want to thank my parents for tuning in every Monday and for always being so supportive of me. I know you guys are watching right now. Love you guys. Thanks for listening. Back to What in the Desk.
After a 2-year-long break, The Last of Us Season 2 is here, getting everyone talking again. For the last of Michael Katzflin's packages, here he is to give his thoughts.
Hey it's Michael. The highly anticipated second season of HBO's The Last of Us has arrived and opened with future dates. A premiere that both honors the video game roots and boldly charts new territory. 5 years have passed since Joel's fateful decision at the Firefly Hospital, and the show wastes no time establishing the consequences of that moment, haunting every character this season. The episode gives us a deliberate reintroduction to Jackson and its survivors, setting the stage for a season that promises both emotional and physical peril. Things kick off with Joel and Ellie in the thriving walled community of Jackson, Wyoming. Joel is settled into a quieter, more reflective life, working construction and even attending therapy sessions with Gail, a new character whose presence adds layers to Joel's guilt and emotional state. Ellie, now Now a seasoned patrol officer is grappling with her own sense of isolation and a strained relationship with Joel. Their once close bond is now marked by tension, by unspoken truths, especially the lie at the end of season 1. The episode's pacing focuses on character dynamics and rhythms of life in Jackson, but danger is never afar. A patrol with Dinah leads to a chilling encounter with a new type of infected, the Stalker, whose stealth and intelligence marked by a terrifying escalation of the threat posed by the virus. Meanwhile, the specter of vengeance looms as we're introduced early to Abby, whose motivations for seeking revenge on Joel are made clear from the start, a significant change from the game where her backstory is revealed much later. Other creative liberties include the establishment of a friendship between Dinah and Joel, the introduction of new and expanded characters like Tommy and Maria's son Benjamin, and Ellie's ex-girlfriend Kat getting screen time beyond her brief mention in the game. The patrol sequence with Ellie and Dinah is also reimagined, featuring the Stalker infected earlier and creating a more complex group dynamic. These changes deepen character arcs and introduce new narrative threads, though some fans worry they might affect the pacing and emotional impact of the story, particularly with Abby's early reveal. No Last of Us season would be complete without controversy. Bella Ramsey continues to face backlash from a vocal segment of the fan base who criticize her appearance and performance, arguing she doesn't resemble the video game character closely enough. Some fans have also taken issue with the story's tonal shifts and dialogue, finding Ellie's portrayal less mature and more cheeky than her game counterpart, especially during tense moments. The show's decision to reveal Abby's motives so soon and to deviate from the game's structure and pacing has also sparked debate, with some arguing it diminishes the narrative impact. And after last night's episode, fans are processing one of the most controversial moments in the entire franchise. The show's depiction of this moment, while faithful, was paired with a massive original infected assault on Jackson, which some critics say overshadowed the emotional weight. Those who played the game know exactly what I'm talking about and knew this moment was coming, but seeing it unfold on screen was still devastating. The creators have not shied away from the game's darkest truths, and the fallout of the scene is sure to drive the rest of the season. Despite the criticisms, the acting and production values remain widely praised, with many reviewers highlighting the nuanced performances of Pascal and Ramsey, as well as the show's ability to evoke the oppressive, haunting atmosphere of the game. The season 2 premiere and its immediate aftermath have already made it clear that they're in for a much darker, more complex, and emotionally charged storyline than before. That's all for now. We'll be back after this commercial break.
Life's daily battles are not meant to be fought alone.
We're not powerless, so long as we don't lose sight of what's important.
Don't be afraid to seize that moment to talk to your friends.
Cloud, you okay?
Because checking in on a friend can create a safe space.
The first step on our new journey. You coming?
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Seize the awkward. It's totally worth it.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. So if you want to talk to your kids, you have to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutVaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
We're back. While things have been pretty calm today, I'm feeling a bit mischievous, so let's cause some mayhem. Here with this week's Media Mayhem is Samantha Shaw.
Thanks, guys. It is so difficult to put the phone down when there's just so much content to talk about, so let's jump right in. Starting off, Coachella has been filled with so many viral moments, and this weekend was no exception. On Friday, Lady Gaga's headline performance circulated the internet after she opened with a malfunctioning microphone. While singing her latest hit, Abracadabra, the microphone continued popping in and out until the Grammy winner switched headsets. Taking control of the situation, the pop star immediately followed it up saying, quote, "I'm sorry my mic was broken for a second. At least you know I sing live. And I guess all we can do is our best, right? I've definitely given you my best tonight. I love you so much," end quote. This became an overnight sensation on all social media platforms as fans started to commend Gaga for singing and dancing past the tech issues and taking a moment to address the error. Other viral moments from the 2025 Coachella Festival includes Benson Boone bringing out legendary guitarist Brian May during his rendition of Bohemian Rhapsody, and former Victorious co-stars Victoria Justice and Leon Thomas III reuniting last weekend. So guys, how has social media changed the way fans interact with artists and stay connected to these big events?
Well, I think the first thing is that I think throughout the past 10 years, just Instagram has kind of boosted Coachella. I didn't even know Coachella was a thing until 10 years ago. So I kind of got to see over the years, you know, the content that creators do put out there. And it also shows kind of the artistic value. I did see yesterday, Charlie XCX kind of did a closure to the Brat Summer theme, but also gave recognition to other artists who have songs or albums coming out. And you would never see this if it's not on social media. What do you think, Erin?
I agree. I mean, social media has completely changed everything. You don't even have to go to the festival to feel like you were a part of it and like you were there. I mean, from the outfits, I know Billie Eilish posted a little teaser of the Brat Green before she actually ended up going on stage. So it's like everyone is involved, from the artists to influencers who are going with brands. Like, it truly just feels like you're there just from opening up Instagram or TikTok.
Yeah, I think those are great points. I think Coachella, like, before all this social media, kind of felt like really exclusive, which is really great.
Yeah.
But it's just such a great way to bring fans and people who just can't get there to the experience. And I think, you know, when you hear about these moments that happened, everyone's like, oh, wait, what are you talking about? But now it's like, it's for everyone. And when, like, people are really appreciative of Lady Gaga for, like, taking a moment to address it, they know exactly what they're talking about. Or, you know, with Brian May coming out, like, people can get excited about that too by seeing it online. It's not something that's kind of hidden from them, which I think is really important and is how artists can grow their fan base at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Well, next up, one of the top trending hashtags used this weekend was #HappyEaster. Celebrities shared their celebrations of Easter Sunday with online posts of their festivities, with stars such as Mindy Kaling, Mark Wahlberg, Lindsay Lohan, and Rebel Wilson posting selfies, couple photos, and pictures of them with their families. Furthermore, country music singer Billy Ray Cyrus posted a picture with Elizabeth Hurley, promoting further speculation of their romance. These family holidays see the most celebrity interactions online, along with milestones and achievements both personally and professionally. With this in mind, when looking at celebrities' feeds, do you prefer seeing more of the personal celebrations or prefer it when they share career-related posts?
I can start us off here. I mean, I definitely like getting a taste of the personal holiday or even family celebrations from celebrities because, you know, at the end of the day, they're regular people too, and they probably have very similar traditions and whatnot. So I completely enjoy that, and especially when an artist's feed constantly has ads and projects, promotions, I feel a little bit disconnected from them, and I feel like they're trying to sell me something rather than just sharing something that they're enjoying or keeping their fans up to date.
No, yeah, I agree. I kind of want to see more of their personal lives that we don't get to see. Not everything, but at least spending time with their family, because at the end of the day, we're all humans and we're all the same. So just building a connection, and like Erin said, I think too much ads kind of just loses that authenticity.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the way it humanizes people, again, with like that connection. I think Rebel Wilson like dressed up as the Easter Bunny, which I thought was so funny too, which it just like speaks to her.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the best ways that these celebrities can do that. It's like, hey, like you said, like, I'm a human too. Like, we are just people who can connect on this fun holiday, or even if it's just something silly like, oh, they went on vacation, or they went and saw a show or something like that. I think achievements and milestones are really great, and it's a way for us to feel connected with pop culture, but not necessarily with the celebrity, which is why I do love seeing these posts.
I agree.
Yeah, awesome. Before I go, I want to take a moment to thank Q30 for all of the amazing experiences I have had throughout my time. I joined the station thanks to the encouragement of my peers and upperclassmen who wanted to pay forward their enthusiasm and support. As a result, I've been able to do way more than I ever thought I could coming into Quinnipiac. Serving in multiple positions for this station, and especially as an associate producer for #that, has taught me so many valuable lessons. Most importantly, to try my best and be kind. I am greatly appreciative for the countless opportunities, including interviewing wonderful professionals, talking about topics I feel are interesting both on air and in articles, and for the guidance along the way. Thank you to my family, friends, professors, and peers who have helped me become the best I can be. Thank you for listening. Don't go anywhere, because we still have more after this commercial break.
No No, I'm not gambling.
Live from the piazza, it's Quinnipiac tonight!
Here at Sports Pause, we like to have balance between having fun and working hard. Sometimes that competition we cover gets into our producing.
Tune in every Monday night at 9:30 at q30tv.com/watch for all the news, highlights, and more. This is Sports Pause.
Reporting from the Grove for Q30 News.
Reporting from the Miller Library for Q30 News.
Reporting from the Mount Carmel campus for Q30 News.
Reporting on Whitney Ave for Q30 News.
This week, Samantha and I are playing a game of Coachella or Nochella with our host, Erin Russell.
Thanks, guys. Coachella had an insane lineup this year, and you guys have been paying attention because I'm coaching you on your Chella. Okay, question 1. Which artist closed out both weekends of Coachella this year? Is it Charlie XCX, Post Malone, Travis Scott, or The Wiggles?
I'm going to take a guess and say Post Malone.
Sam?
Travis Scott.
It was Travis Scott. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I would have guessed Charlie XCX, but
yeah.
Next
was a headliner, which is a shame. But
next
anyway.
question. Which one of these choices is not a real artist who played at Coachella? Mustard, Infected Mushroom, Horse Girl, or 17 Chili Dogs?
I'm gonna go with 17 Chili Dogs.
Erin, your guess?
Infected Mushrooms.
Sam, you are right. It was 17 Chili Dogs. Okay, question 3. Which artist performed with the LA Philharmonic Orchestra? Cynthia Erivo, Lady Gaga, Benson Boone, and Yeet.
Cynthia Erivo.
Erin, any guesses?
I'm going to second that.
It was our wicked leading lady performed with them. Moving on to question number 4. This Stranger Things actor performed at Coachella under his stage name D. Joe. Is it Finn Wolfhard, Joe Keery, Caleb McLaughlin, or Gaten Matazzara?
Joe Keery.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
That is correct. It is Joe Keery. I've never seen Stranger Things, so it's a good thing I got those names right. Question number 5. What song did Lady Gaga end her performance with at Coachella this year? Was it Bad Romance, Born This Way, Paparazzi, or Poker Face?
Bad Romance?
I'm going to say Poker Face.
Sam is right.
Yes.
It was Bad Romance, a classic Lady Gaga song. Question number 6. How many artists performed at Coachella this year? Was it 112, 89, 144, or 250?
I'm going to say 144.
I'm gonna go with 112.
The answer was 144. Erin got it. Nice. And let's discuss a little. What artists do you think you'd want to see perform at Coachella?
I just love Billie Eilish so much. I know she has headlined Coachella in the past, but I just think she's a great performer. And as an artist who has synesthesia too, like her sets are always so interactive and so fun. So I feel like just even going to Coachella, it would be an experience in itself, but seeing her there would be like an ultimate dream for me.
I don't know. I kind of want to see Tame Impala. I don't know
Ooh,
if he's
that's a
ever
good
been
one.
to Coachella, but I just started getting into their music like kind of a few years ago. So I'm always seeing on Instagram like when people go to concerts, it's just like an experience that I want to experience too. So I kind of want to see that.
Let's see. I don't know. My hot take is that I actually would never want to go to Coachella. I'm just not a fan.
I can
of
understand.
the desert. I don't really want to camp out for like a weekend. But if I had to go, I agree with both of you. I think they'd be very like camp artists who would really fit the genre of Coachella.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, for those who don't know me, I'm a public relations major, and everyone at Q30 is always shocked that I'm not in film or journalism. But for me, my time at Q30 has never been about the experience for a resume. I've been given opportunities to meet lifelong friends, learn new skills, and share my personality on air. Whether I'm discussing entertainment news or shooting a sketch for Quinnipiac Tonight, I have always felt welcomed. From freshman year going on air for the first time with former executive producer Liz Ippolito to my last Quinnipiac Tonight show next week, I am so grateful for the community that I've built from my relationships in Q30. I'm proud to be a leader and a role model for other students and friends. To the hashtag staff from 2022 to 2025, thank you for giving me the chance. There's a long list of people I could say thank you right now, but I'll end by saying thank you to my mom for watching every hashtag show that I've been involved with since first year. I'll share reviews after the show.
Before I sign off, I just want to take a moment to say thank you to Q30 TV, especially the entire hashtag that team. Being an associate producer for hashtag has been one of the most fulfilling parts of my college experience. This role pushed me entirely out of my comfort zone and gave me so much confidence, not just in my abilities, but in myself. A huge thank you to my executive producer, Michael Katz-Flynn. I truly wouldn't be here if it weren't for your encouragement to join and apply for the producer role. And to our other EP, Joe Flynn, thank you for your constant support and leadership. It has been both inspiring and exciting to learn from you guys. To my fellow associate producers, Patrick Sorbero, Liam Chen, and Samantha Nunez, thank you for being such a creative, driven, and fun group to work with. I truly couldn't have asked for better people to bring the show to life with. And to my parents, thank you for your unwavering support and belief in me. It has meant everything these last 4 years. I'm so excited to watch the next chapter and continued growth of hashtag that. I know the future of the show is in amazing hands, and I'll always be rooting for you all.
My time at Q30 has been nothing but amazing, but it always wasn't like that. Before coming to Quinnipiac and during my freshman year, I struggled socially and dealt with major imposter syndrome. Negative thoughts often consumed me from exploring new opportunities. But after having a talk with a former Q30 alum, I decided to join the organization and discovered hashtag that. I met Liz Ippolito and Alex Kendall, two former executive producers who are always supportive of my work, whether I was on air or created packages. Their kind words led me to apply for associate producer, something outside of my comfort zone. This new feeling came with growing my skill sets and, most importantly, making new friends. From eating and reviewing the Krusty Krab meal to screaming when we see the dinosaur commercial, these are the special moments that one cherishes. That's why it's bittersweet knowing that our staff will be graduating and moving on to bigger things while I'll be on campus for my master's next school year. To my executive producers, MKF and Joe, thank you for taking a chance on me and being a great duo. To Liam, Aaron, and Patrick, thank you for all the support you guys give. Together, we not only built a funny and successful team, but a true friendship. And lastly, a special thanks to my parents who always watch the show and encourage me to put myself out there. As I speak with confidence today, I realize the girl who once doubted her abilities has now grown into the girl who is now proud of her work. Make sure to follow us on our social media accounts to stay up to date.
I'm Erin Christensen.
And I'm Samantha Nunez. From the producers, talent, and everyone working hard behind the scenes, thank you for watching hashtag that, and we'll see you once again next week.